What's up, Internet World? We're the News 19 Nerds. I'm Leroy.
I'm Michael.
So what do we talk about today?
Oscars, man, and the history that was made.
What was the history that was made?
Our first superhero movie being in the Best Picture category.
Nominated for a Best Picture.
Yeah.
First superhero movie nominated for Best Picture.
Shouts out to Black Panther and everybody. Ryan Coogler and his fam and everybody.
So you have Chadwick Boseman, Lupita Nyong'o,
Denai Guerrero,
Michael B. Jordan,
all of them. Angela Bassett, Forrest Whitaker,
Winston Duke.
Yep.
I mean, that basically.
Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman. I was about to say.
Yeah.
Hashtag The Hobbit.
Hashtag The Hobbit. Yeah. But I mean, overall, we're just talking about the recognition of usually the elite class of the Oscars are finally giving to superhero movies.
Well, not even just the elite class of Oscars. The Oscars are elite. Usually, usually superhero movies and pop and things that are popular, science fiction movies, comedy are relegated to screenplay, best visual. You get the technical awards. You always win
for the most part
for best visual effects. You always so. Black Panther won or is one in itself for being nominated for Best Picture. Logan was that 2 years ago was nominated for Best Screenplay. So are we living in the golden age of superhero movies? Is this?
I don't think so.
Is this? You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Really? So you think we have further to go?
Oh, for sure. Because really, what's the thing we got was Best Picture. Okay, that's cool. There was still no nods to actors and actors.
No, there was not.
Which is Heath Ledger won for Best Supporting Actor.
He won for Best Supporting Actor in The Dark Knight. And The Dark Knight
all these years going past, nobody else is. I mean, I would argue Killmonger is just as interesting a villain as the Joker was. I think Michael B. Jordan portrayed a great villain in Eric Killmonger. I think at least it could deserve a nomination. But saying that, I don't know who you would kick out of the supporting actor category. I don't know who he would replace. So I mean, it's tough, but nobody else was nominated. So I feel like until we're starting to see more than just because I feel like the picture nomination was kind of a given once the movie came out and all the buzz came around it.
I disagree. I don't think it was a given.
I mean, what else? I mean, based on the year, nothing else was. Because look at it this way: there are only 8 pictures that they put. They still could have had 2 more, so it's not like something else got beat out. At least in terms of them.
I will say this: because it's the Oscars and because it's a subjective art form.
Cool.
It's a subjective award.
Yeah.
We've seen this before. A movie we all believe that should be nominated, The Dark Knight, gets snubbed. We've seen it before. I'm not sure. A lot of people check this out, but I feel like Inception should have been nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture. I do not believe it was nominated. Really?
Oh, you know what? Sorry.
You were thinking Interstellar.
I was thinking Interstellar. Like Interstellar.
And
it was in the bookcase all along. It's the 4th dimension. Nope. Get out of here.
We're not talking about that. I'm talking about
Inception. Inception was good. Inception was good.
What I'm saying is, I don't think that was nominated for Best Picture. And I think as far as overall storytelling, I think that should have been up there with some of the best pictures of that year. And we've seen Oscars snub certain actors and actresses before because of how the Oscars are done. It's not a quantitative where you can say, this person had this many facial things, and so that's why we nominated them. So we're like a sports award. Yeah. It's subjective, and it's also based on how much money you can put into a campaign. And that was how Harvey Weinstein and Miramax were able to capitalize, because he was the first person to really campaign for Oscars. He really changed, and Miramax really changed the way Oscars were done. Because remember, for your consideration campaigns. So it also depends on.
I'm looking at
Inception.
Critical reception, just to see if it was nominated for anything.
I don't think it was nominated.
Not
for Best Picture.
Oh, definitely not for that. I'm just saying if there's anything else.
I think for visual effects, maybe. But yeah, Inception, one of my favorite movies of all time, was not nominated. And that's not even. And think about it. That's not even a comic book or a sci-fi. You know, like one of those movies that normally the literal, you know.
Best cinematography, best sound editing, best sound mixing, best visual effects.
Yep. And that's usually what the superhero movies are relegated to.
Yeah.
The technical awards.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've seen one of these movies break out. But I think it's also a testament to Disney getting behind the movie. Paul Feige. Kevin Feige.
Yep, get his name right. They will.
There's two. I'm sorry. I was thinking.
Who?
Paul Feig.
From the director for Bridesmaids and stuff.
I was sorry, but
because Kevin Feige has an E on his.
Yeah, Feige has an E. Feig does not.
Not the end.
So Feige said they weren't worried about anything in the next phase. Right now, they were doing this push. So that's a testament that you had this huge groundswell. Not just a critical acclaim, but your production company, your parent company was behind you with this movie. Mm-hmm. So I think that also has a lot to do with it. Because movies before did not have that. Warner Brothers did not do a big push for The Dark Knight itself. They did one for Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
But I don't remember them doing one for your consideration.
For the whole movie. Yeah. You remember, as a side note, like when they were trying to push Transformers for Oscar stuff?
For what?
Just like all kinds of stuff. I mean, they did like visual effects, but they did like a for your consideration promo for not the first Transformers, maybe like the last two or something like that. It was just kind of funny.
The last night?
And the
really?
one before that, yeah.
Oh,
they did a for your consideration push.
They must have had like money they needed to get off the books.
I mean, they were just like, let's burn it.
They must have been like, oh man, we have a surplus of $2 million and we got to spend.
Let's burn it. I don't know.
Those movies are trash.
So we know Black Panther got.
So let's look at.
Our Best Picture. What else was it nominated
Let's
for?
look at. So first we got Best Animated Feature, Into the Spider-Verse, and Incredibles 2.
Wait, where are we? Were you jumping all over this?
No, I'm not. I'm
Black Panther first. What are we doing?
I'm doing like what got nominated superhero wise. So that got nominated, and then when you look at Black Panther, got nominated for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 awards. Mm-hmm. The 6 awards were Best Production Design, Best Sound Editing, Best Sound Mixing, Best Original Score, Best Original Song. All the stars with Kendrick Lamar and SZA. And Best Costume Design. Mm-hmm. What it didn't get nominated for, which I think is interesting, and something you've brought up many times.
Say it. Take us to church.
It did not get nominated for Best Visual Effects.
That's right, because the effects were okay at best.
Okay.
I've said it. You can go back and see our previous videos where I have said this is a very good. It is a great movie. It is not a good superhero movie. I stand by that.
I will not agree with that statement, but I will say
I will die on that hill.
He has been adamant about that statement since day one.
Since the movie came out in February last year, I've been saying it. It's a great movie. Actually, I think I waited until March before I said it. I wasn't going to get eaten up by then. But March, I was like, it's a great movie.
You were like, it's safe to say this now.
Yeah, because the effects aren't great. Like, it definitely feels like a movie where there was only so much for the budget. Marvel, as a company, had to put money in Black Panther and probably Ragnarok and Infinity War. I'm not even thinking of Infinity War. I was just thinking of.
No, I'm saying Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Right, but yeah. So I'm thinking. So you got Ragnarok, Black Panther, Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp. 4 movies, spreading your special effects or whatever. I feel like most of it went to Infinity War, and it looks great. Thanos looks incredible. He looks real. Thanos looks really good. I think some of that money that might have helped the last act of Black Panther could have gone over there because. Like that final fight scene between him and Killmonger as Jaguar or whatever he's called. It don't look good. It looks rubbery and white. It doesn't look
I need to go back and watch it.
The rhinos don't look great.
Calm down. I need to go back and watch it.
It's not nominated. It should be.
So here's what is nominated for Best Visual Effects: Infinity War, Christopher Robin, First Man, Ready Player One, and Solo.
Here's the Ready Player One doesn't look that good either. And I think it's more of like the overall visual aesthetic of it. It doesn't look like the fidelity.
Are you gonna have to get off the internet because you were just shooting your shit. You were just.
I'm just saying.
You're just throwing knives.
I was like,
calm down, Bullseye.
Solo looks good.
Solo looks good. You're okay with that?
Yeah, Ready Player One. I mean, it's fine, but nothing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The two that I think that should not be up here. I'm gonna go with First Man.
I haven't seen First Man.
First Man and Christopher.
I haven't seen either of those two. So
I'm gonna say First Man only because. There's nothing we haven't seen before in First Man. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. I did enjoy.
You saw it?
I don't want to say I did because I kind of watched it bootleg.
Okay, you saw it.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Oh, well then you ain't even seeing like it's supposed to be seen. So
but that's
you
what
don't
I'm saying.
know.
That's what I'm saying is like there was. You know, you watch a movie and you're like, okay, it was a good movie. It's not what you expect. It's a different. They're telling a different story. But when I say that, I'm gonna be honest with you. Gravity is a superior movie, visual effects.
Okay.
So in other words, I'm not seeing anything that's. But again, it's Alfonso Cuarón, so it's going to be hard to top that, in my opinion. And maybe that's where I came in looking at it differently. You can't compare the two, even though they're the same genre.
To me, that best visual effects, in my personal opinion, I feel like it goes to Infinity War hands down.
I believe it should.
Now, I say that. There were a couple scenes in Infinity War that didn't look great.
Like what?
The Hulk and the Hulkbuster. Like Mark Ruffalo and the Hulkbuster looks bad. Like his neck just looks Photoshop on top of the Hulkbuster. Doesn't look great. And who is the woman in the Black Order? Proxima Midnight?
Yeah.
She don't look good.
Really?
Her eyes look off. She kind of looks like Steppenwolf from DC.
Ooh, don't say that.
It doesn't look great. Which is weird because Ebony Maw looks incredible.
Why are you just throwing knives everywhere, man? Calm down, Bullseye.
You're right. Get it.
Just literally.
I sound very angry.
I know.
I'm spitting truth.
I will say this. I'm not on your side when it comes to visual effects.
Okay.
I will say Infinity War did look the best. I'm a little upset. I don't want to say upset. I want to know what is the definition of visual effects, because I feel like the way, and I'm biased because I really loved Into the Spider-Verse. How is that? Is it because it's animated it can't be in visual effects? Because the whole movie's visual effects?
Because
that movie hands down
did some stuff I've never seen
I've
before.
never and that's why I'm wondering for visual effects, could it not be nominated because it's an animated feature? There's something in the bylaws that says if you're an animated feature, you're relegated to these categories. So you can't get best hair and makeup because you can animate that.
Yeah.
So
I'll let you finish your thought. I'm gonna look up who else was in animated.
So, best costume design, I thought that was an awesome. Production design, I thought that was a pretty good. Original score and original song, I think this movie's going to be in the running with A Star Is Born and Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh man, that song.
Shallow.
Yeah, Lady Gaga. That's a good movie. Star Is Born.
So
remake. That's a good movie.
But this is the one thing I will say that I think is going to be interesting. Kendrick could be the most decorated rapper artist of all time, because he could have won a Grammy, he could have won a Pulitzer, he could win an Oscar.
Yeah.
The only thing, I mean, if he starts doing
some
plays,
yeah, get himself a Tony.
He get a Tony.
Yeah.
I do think that song is up for some competition between Lady Gaga and what's his name? I can't remember his name. The director.
Of what?
Bradley Cooper. Sorry, I was thinking. I was about to call him Rocket.
Okay. Rocket.
I was about to say.
Rocket.
It was like he's up against Rocket for. So that's some pretty good nods. Mm-hmm. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 nods, including Best Picture.
Okay.
Not including Best Picture.
So, I'm not at this point. You know how we do. We just jump all over the place.
All right.
What I want to talk about for a second. We brought it up earlier. I was saying, who would Michael B. Jordan replace on the supporting actor list?
Ali.
I don't know about that because I haven't seen Green Book yet.
So
I want to say all the names. Mm-hmm. So actor in a supporting role. These are the people that are on the list. Mahershala Ali for Green Book, Adam Driver for Black Klansman, Sam Elliott for A Star Is Born, Richard E. Grant for Can You Forgive Me? I don't even know that movie. I just know Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy. She plays a real life character who's scamming people.
Oh,
and she's a very unlikable person.
Yeah. Okay, I would like to see it. And Sam Rockwell in Vice. I've seen 3 of these movies. I didn't see Vice and I didn't see Can You Forgive Me. So I don't know if he could replace. But
you seen Green Book?
Oh, actually no. I've only seen 2 because I want to see Green Book. I mean, Mahershala Ali never disappoints. I don't know if he could replace him.
I'm gonna go with that because I didn't like the movie.
Oh, you saw Green Book?
Did not like Green Book.
Okay. But was he bad in the movie? Because that's a different thing about liking the movie and him not being good in it.
This is why
Hey, don't give me no spoilers, by the way, because I want to see it.
Well, this is why I did not like the movie. I did not like the movie because of multitude of reasons. The guy who wrote the movie did not consult with the character who is playing Mahershala Ali. That's a real life person.
Okay.
They did not consult with the family of his character.
Okay.
So Mahershala is playing what this man's, the retelling of the story from Viggo Mortensen's character. I can't remember what their names are, but that's his depiction of this person. So it's a very unfair depiction. So it's almost like Mahershala's playing a caricature, and not. So they didn't get any input, the family, until the movie came out. So they were already done.
Okay.
So this isn't a real depiction of this character. Okay. So I'm not saying Mahershala does a bad job. It's an incomplete job. So if you're not going to take all of the information that is out there for you to make this character out of, then I feel that is a flawed representation.
Okay.
So that's why I go with
valid.
So, and again, I'm not a fan of the movie.
Okay.
I think it's another one of those popcorny, feel-goody, The Help type movies, and I don't care for those.
Okay.
So that's why I would take out Mahershala. And I love Mahershala. Shout out to Mahershala.
Sound editing. Friend of the show, Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
Sound editing.
AKA
I didn't
the
know.
Crawler.
I didn't know A Quiet Place was in sound editing.
Yeah.
That might be tough for Black Panther.
Because I'm telling you right now.
Quiet Place was good.
But this is another thing. A Quiet Place, I think, was a lot of... And this is where I will go on kind of my rant when it comes to the Oscars. I understand arguing about this stuff is stupid. So...
Yeah.
We understand that. It's stupid. It just gives us something to talk about. But I will say that I have a problem with the Oscars and award shows who do not give certain categories credit. Where it comes to comedy, sci-fi, and horror. Emily Blunt and A Quiet Place was amazing. Toni Collette in Hereditary, her performance was amazing. They were not given their due. I understand Olivia Colman for The Favorite. I'm not knocking those performances. But I think that some of these performances that are not exactly your period piece dramas or not your, your happy racism's over movies do not get the nods that they should. A Quiet Place was a wonderful movie. The sound editing, the way they used sound, and the way they took out music and the lack of score at times was amazing. Why is that not getting more attention?
Yeah.
Tom Hardy, his performance in Venom. I'm not saying it's Oscar worthy.
Okay.
But
it was entertaining.
But name someone else who could have pulled off what Tom Hardy did in that movie the way he did it. To the point where you didn't even realize that was Tom Hardy's voice when he did Venom. I thought that was Tony Todd or
Tony Todd?
Tony Todd, thank you.
Candyman?
Sorry. Yeah, I thought that was him.
Yeah.
I thought that was his voice. I was like, that was a good man. Tony Todd, man, he killed it. And you were like, that was Tom Hardy. I was like, no.
Yeah, Tom Hardy with the modulator or whatever.
So, I like Golden Globe maybe, Screen Actors Guild. I'm not saying Oscar, but I feel like Tom Hardy in that movie, he literally, because if you're going to award Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody, then you need to give that same consideration to Tom Hardy. Because
well, how do you know they didn't?
What I'm saying, but he didn't get nominated. So what I'm saying is,
maybe they did, and he didn't make the cut.
But what I'm saying is, he didn't make the cut anywhere. You telling me Tom Hardy didn't make the cut anywhere? He literally carried that movie.
Yeah, but the movie's not good.
But the thing is, he was good. We've seen movies before that are not good, and you still give someone a nod in that role in that movie.
Yeah.
There are movies that are terrible. Then we're still like, but he was great in it, or she was great in it.
Yeah.
So that's my rant. We know arguing about this is stupid. So don't add us in well, there's more important things. We know. Shut up. But that's my big problem. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So we get on topic, kind of. I don't know. We're just talking about
Not really. I mean, this is still on topic.
So we talked about Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a legitimate shot at winning? No, right? I mean, no.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Look at who's nominated.
Let's go back to Best Picture here. I'm talking about it has a shot at winning Best Picture, you think?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think it has a shot at winning at Best Picture.
Well, that's because you don't like Green Book.
I did not like Green Book.
Black Klansman?
That might be a little too much for the Oscars. That might be a little too much. That might,
I'm just saying, that got nominated for the Best Movie and Best Director.
I'm just letting you know. they're not about to give that to Black Klansman. They're not about to do that. I'm just telling you. Mark my words.
Well,
Black Klansman is not winning.
Here's a safer choice. A Star is Born.
Oh,
People really loved A Star is Born.
But this is the thing. If you remember the Globes, everybody thought A Star was Born was going to run away with it. And who came out?
Won a Green Book?
No.
Who?
Bohemian Rhapsody and Rami Malek.
That was the best picture?
Yep.
I thought Green Book won something.
No. They won for best comedy
or something?
Because remember they break it down.
Right, because they have comedy and drama. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
And remember, Green Book has a lot of controversy right now with one of the directors running around with his little director out, and one of the producers having some homophobic, Islamophobic tweets.
Oh, goodness.
And where he had to shut down his... So remember, all of those things come into play when it comes to campaign time for your movie. So
people got to be better.
So I think Green Book is out of the running.
Okay. Now, I haven't seen Roma.
A lot of people love Roma. I haven't seen it. I've heard.
And apparently it's a Netflix movie.
It is.
Now, is it on Netflix right now?
It's on Netflix. So what Netflix did with Roma, they did so that it can be nominated. In order for you to be nominated for Best Picture, you have to have had it run
for a certain amount of time.
Well, no, just you had to have it. It has to have been run in a movie theater.
Okay.
That's all it has to do. Because
Okay.
remember, Beast of the Burden was the first one with Idris Elba that they did that before.
Right.
They released it, limited run in a movie theater, then they put it on Netflix. Roma is the same way. They released it, did not release any figures of how many how much money it made, whatever, and then they released it simultaneously, or maybe a little later, they released it on Netflix. Alfonso Cuarón is doing an awesome job. Some people asked him, why did you go to Netflix instead of taking it on the indie circuit? And he was like, because it's Netflix, name another place where I could have a non-English speaking movie, an indigenous person as my star, and get the publicity and the promotion that Netflix has done for my movie. And he was talking to the reporter. You tell me, and I'll go there. Yeah. Until then, it won the Golden Globe for Best Director.
Okay. So we did we've talked about them all. Vice.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to watch that.
Just because it's representing a dude who's kind of a-hole type of whatever.
I have a problem of this.
Glorifying the bad guys?
Yes!
Like Wolf of Wall Street.
I don't mind if you're telling me a story, but I think there are other stories to be told that I don't need to see the villain all the time. Yeah. Forgive me, bleep this out, I don't give a shit about Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't need another movie about Jeffrey Dahmer or any other serial killer or any psycho. I don't need that. I want to see good movies. We can have good movies about good people. They can be dramatic. Hidden Figures. Perfect example. Yeah. I don't need to see a movie, and that was a lot of people forget that time was a very, very dark time in our nation's history. And I'm sorry, those were some very horrible people. So I have no interest in seeing Vice. I love Christian Bale, and I heard he was great in it, but I have no interest in seeing that movie. Okay. So.
All right. So you think it has a chance to win?
I think it has a chance to win. I think it may lose out to A Star is Born. I think it may lose out to Roma. I think it could also lose out to Bohemian Rhapsody.
People did love Bohemian Rhapsody. I need to see that.
And Rami Malek, again, carried that entire movie.
Okay.
Without Rami Malek, basically that's a straight-to-DVD movie.
Okay. See, that's the part that's weird. If he's the only part that's good in it, I feel like he shouldn't be.
It's not that he's the only part that's good in it, but he elevates that beyond what it is. Okay. It's a good movie, but Rami Malek's portrayal in it elevates it. And it's almost like whenever you hear, oh, Meryl Streep's going to be in this movie. You know the movie before Meryl Streep was going to be good. Meryl Streep elevates everyone else to be better. Okay. So anything Meryl Streep's in, think about it. Doubt. The Devil Wears Prada. She was amazing in it, and she made everyone else better in the movie. And that's what I think Rami Malek did. Everybody else was good in it, but he just elevated to them to be their best selves.
All right. Let's talk about animated for a little bit.
This hurt my heart.
Wait, it hurt your heart?
It did not get nominated for Best Picture. Not that I didn't think it would win. Because again, 10 movies, only 8.
There are 2 spots.
You could have given Into the Spider-Verse Best Picture.
Now,
I'm sorry.
I'm going to try and look this up. Has there ever been an animated movie to be nominated for Best Picture?
And
I don't know. I'm going to look it up now and see if I can find out.
I don't know.
Okay.
But it should. But again, this is what I was talking about. These movies are not getting their due, and an animated movie can be a Best Picture. You're going to tell me that the year that Up came out, there were movies better than Up? You see? So Coco. You're going to tell me that there were 10 other movies better than Coco? See, so what I'm saying is these movies are not been given their due. Into the Spider-Verse, only 10 movies can be nominated for Best Picture. Mm-hmm. Only 8 were nominated this year.
Yeah.
Why was Into the Spider-Verse not one of them? Because I'm telling you right now, it's better than Incredibles 2. I like Incredibles 2.
Okay.
What?
Beauty and the Beast.
Animated?
Yeah, it was nominated for Best Picture.
Beauty and the Beast animated was nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah. Beauty and the Beast was the first animated film ever nominated for Best Picture in 1991.
Ask yourself this.
Up and Toy Story 3 also received Best Picture nominations. So
ask yourself this. Is Beauty and the Beast better than Into the Spider-Verse?
It's different.
Nope.
To me, it's different. I really feel like it's different. Because Into the Spider-Verse hit me in a different way culturally.
It doesn't, but what I'm saying is, take that away. Pound for pound, movie for movie, is Into the Spider-Verse, is Beauty and the Beast better than Into the Spider-Verse?
I don't know.
I'd say no.
Okay. I couldn't argue that because I feel like it's different.
I say no.
To me. Beauty and the Beast, that was a great movie.
It was a good movie. I mean, if you get rid of the Stockholm Syndrome.
I mean, it's Disney, man. If that's the case, Disney can't ever do any movies.
I'm just saying.
Their animated stuff's whatever.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, Up and so I guess it's been 3 movies: Beauty and the Beast, Up, and Toy Story 3.
So I feel like.
And then wow, that's even more interesting if you think about it, because Up and Toy Story 3, they were Best Picture nominations after it went from 5 to 10. So Beauty and the Beast did it when it was 5. That's pretty deep. Yeah. So there's definitely so we know there's precedent for it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it should have been nominated for Best Picture in the category with the other 8 movies?
I think so. I definitely think it's one of the best movies of the year.
I'm not saying it should have won.
Yeah,
I'm not going.
I think it could be nominated.
Personally, but I'm biased. I think that should have been nominated in Best Picture, and I had a problem when it was not nominated for Best Picture. Best Animated Feature, yes, but it was so good it could have been up there with Best Picture.
Yeah. Okay. So then the next question is: do you think it wins?
Animated Feature?
Yeah.
Hands down.
Let's see what our other category choices are here.
Ralph Breaks the Internet. There's a movie called.
So we have Incredibles 2. Isle of Dogs.
Yep.
Mirai.
Yep.
Ralph Breaks the Internet and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
I did not see Mirai.
I have not seen Mirai.
I'm sure it's good. But Spider-Verse is really good.
Isle of Dogs.
I saw that.
It was okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I will say this: that could have been nominated for visual effects because the way they animated those. Great, the way that movie's animated, that I'm glad it got nominations for some of that. But as far as Best Animated Feature, Spider-Verse hands down.
Yeah, I feel like I don't see how it loses.
I don't
only because I don't know that everybody saw Mirai.
I don't see how it was not nominated for Best Picture.
No, you have to get over that.
I'm not.
I mean, that's just no. That's
I'm just gonna hold that torch.
Okay, that's fine.
You know what? I'm carrying that torch like I'm still carrying. How did Shakespeare in Love beat Saving Private Ryan for Best Picture? Not letting it go.
Who are you yelling this out to?
I have no idea.
To Oscars? To the world?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just ranting now.
Yeah, Oscars in the past.
I'm still upset about that.
All right, fair enough. Anything else? I feel like we covered it all. We're happy that, so go back to our original thesis, right? Our original thesis statement. Have superhero movies finally made it? I say not yet.
Okay.
I feel like they're close.
When do you think they'll make it? When a superhero is nominated for Best Actor or Actress?
Or somebody in the movie. It doesn't have to be the actual superhero. It could be somebody in the movie.
So it could be Best Actor. So in other words, when an actor...
Because it could be like a Best Supporting Person.
That's what I'm saying. So it has to be an actor... It has to be elevated to actor or actress.
I think so, for me. Now, It would be interesting to see if Black Panther does win some of those technical categories. Because I think costume designing could definitely win.
The reason why I asked that is because, remember, Heath Ledger won it for Best Actor and...
Supporting Actor.
Best Support. So it kind of defeats what you're saying. So in other words...
No.
So in other words, someone else has to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's already been done.
Yeah, it's been done once. I want to see it happen again.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like, to me, I feel like the Oscars couldn't All right, back up, do a little bit of history here. Remember they tried to do this best popular category, and then that just went to...
Do you mean separate but equal?
Essentially.
Do you mean the back of the bus category?
They tried to do that.
Oh, no. Let's call it what it is. It was a separate but equal Oscar category because Black Panther was good, and they didn't want to put in the Best Picture. So they were like, hey, darkies, let's give you your own category because that's what it was. And that's why they took it down.
I'm not going to call it that.
Oh, it's not. It was straight up. Everybody saw for what it was. You didn't. I'm
just going to say.
You didn't want to put Black Panther in movies like that. They wanted to segregate the movies and not let them dirty up their Best Picture category.
Yeah, but maybe I'm just being naive, and I'll take that. I would like to feel like they're better than that.
They're not.
Because I don't know that it's a racial issue.
I'm not saying it's a racial issue.
But you just said it was separate but equal in the darkies.
I'm using it separate but equal to exemplify my point. I'm not saying it's a racial issue. I'm saying
I don't know if I would call it separate but equal.
It was to me, it was, these movies are popular. You guys aren't smart enough to understand these period pieces.
Yes.
And it's basically them being elite snobs saying that your superhero movies are trash.
Yes.
And you need to keep them over here.
Okay.
And you need to be in your own little separate category.
Okay. I'll agree with all that separate but equal, but I don't know if I would say the darky part.
Well, I mean, it was, in the runnings, and there was a bunch of dark people in it. So
yeah, for that one movie, but I don't know that that's why that was made. I feel like it was made more so for the.
I'm saying
the nerd part.
I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
You get it.
Yeah,
they got it too.
Yeah, we got it. I had to calm you down a little bit. I just realized you got on the X hat now.
Oh, you just never realized that?
I realize that now. I don't know where the power's coming from. Like, oh, there it's coming from. It is what it is.
It's not coming from the hat. But what I'm saying is, is it just me? Did you not feel that way? Like, finally a movie that the nerds, you guys, we all loved, universally loved, and they were like, now all of a sudden, a popular category shows up. What?
Right.
It's like they kept moving the goalposts.
Yeah. But yeah, so I feel like once they got rid of that, it's like, oh, this is definitely going to be nominated. Right. So I feel like we haven't done it yet because it's not consistent. So maybe it doesn't even have to be an actor. Now that I think about it, maybe I don't need it to be an actor person. Maybe I just need a consistency of
them showing up at the awards, or them doing good enough work so that the literati or whoever they are, the guilds and everybody who gets together and votes on these things recognizes the work and accomplishments in these fields. Because I'm sorry, the stunts perfect example, Tom Cruise, much respect. Have you seen Fallout?
Yeah, it's good.
Holy, dude.
It's a fun movie.
No.
It kind of falls apart, but it's a fun movie.
I'm not talking about falls apart. I'm talking about what Tom Cruise does in that movie. Halo jump. He breaks his leg. Tell me who puts more work into a movie than Tom freaking Cruise.
He's a hard-working man.
He does a Halo jump.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is 50.
Yeah.
I can't do a Halo jump.
Yeah.
I would love to, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, time and time again, these movies are not recognized. And it's always goes to the, mother.
Well, that's another issue because that goes, that's a different issue. That's a different video. But I was about to go back 2 Oscars and talk about a category, but that's fine.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's the problem that I had with this. I would like to see some of these movies recognized for the fact that they are art. And a certain segment of our population does like Fast and the Furious, and a certain population likes The Favorite. I happen to like both. There's nothing
Hobbs and Shaw can't wait.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I love Olivia Colman, and I would love to see both of those movies. But don't shut out A Quiet Place. Don't shut out Infinity War. Don't shut these movies out because it doesn't fit your description of what a Best Picture is.
Yeah. I feel like they got it right this year in terms of having Black Panther. That's fine. So to me, I revised my answer. I feel like superheroes will have made it once we see consistency. That's
okay, I'll give you that. But you're right. I'll give you that one. Yeah. Let us know what you guys think. Do you agree, disagree? We talked a lot. I got a little hype. I apologize.
I think we both got a little hype on different issues.
Yeah, because I'm very passionate about Into the Spider-Verse, and I was really upset when that separate but equal category came out. Oh, I was ready to march. Y'all was ready to march with me, with y'all little X-Men.
Everybody having on their one-piece leotard. Taking it out! Anyway.
I'd have organized that march.
All right, let us know about some of the biggest snubs, too. Because let us know what movies you thought should have been nominated for.
Tom Hardy should have been nominated.
Oh.
Tom Hardy. Come on, man. I'm just
That's
saying.
a fun movie.
Just saying.
I don't need no Oscar.
But what snubs do you guys think? What movie would you nominate? And what do you think is going to take us to that golden age of movies for superhero movies?
Superhero movies.
Yeah.
Be sure to like, rate, comment. Is that like, rate, comment? I think that's all the big ones. Like, rate, comment.
I don't think you can rate. You need to give us a thumbs up.
Oh, because you're not supposed to say rate.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, because you can't.
I'm listening
really
to
rate.
you, Adam. Right, because rating is a thumb up.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe.
I mean, if you don't like it, tell us what you don't like. One of our commenters told me they don't like when I click my pen because when they listen to it with the headphones, it makes. And I was like, oh, cool, thanks. And I was stressed that day, so I needed like something. But
right.
yeah.
Now you just clicked this.
Well, I was giving. No, they were like, don't do it all the time. They were like, you do it every now and then. I was like, oh, cool. Thanks, commenters. I appreciate that. Yeah.
So we're out. Oh, wait. We're YouTube and Twitter and Facebook. I don't know how to end these things.
YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So we're out.